Celebrity interviews are one of the only times we get to see actors as their true selves, without any lines for them to read from. Sometimes we love celebrities more after we see who they are, while other times we see a side to them we wish we never discovered, and they get blacklisted from the industry because of it. In at number 10, Megan Fox. After Megan Fox became a huge star because of the Transformers franchise, she derailed that stardom with one single interview. During a 2009 interview with Wonderland magazine, she called out the director for the movie, Michael Bay, for his behavior on set, saying, quote, "He's like Napoleon and he wants to create this insane, infamous madman reputation. He wants to be like a dictator on his sets, and he is. So he's a nightmare to work for, but when you get him away from set, and he's not in the director mode, I kind of really enjoy his personality because he's so awkward, so hopelessly awkward. He has no social skills at all, and it's endearing to watch him." We know that he treated her badly well on set, but obviously this was not the right way to handle things and got her blacklisted from the business. And of course this got her fired from the third film. Bay ended up addressing the situation with somewhat of an apology, responding to the claim saying, quote, "I know that's just Megan. Megan loves to get a response, and she does it in kind of the wrong way. I'm sorry Megan, I'm sorry I made you work 12 hours. I'm sorry that I'm making you show up on time. Movies are not always warm and fuzzy." In at number 9, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise's reputation has taken a dive for many reasons over the years, but one moment that really shocked fans was his interview with Matt Lauer. In the interview, his temper changes dramatically, showing the world that Cruise has a very short fuse. In the 2005 interview, Lauer asked Cruise about his comments criticizing Brooke Shields for taking antidepressants for her postpartum depression. Cruise kept going on that he doesn't agree with her decision, and when asked why, he added, quote, "You don't know the history of psychiatry, I do," along with getting more combative as the conversation went on. That, in part with his sketchy divorce from Katie Holmes, made public opinion of him tank. In at number 8, John Mayer. John Mayer's 2010 interview with Playboy rubbed a lot of people the wrong way because of how crass and just straight up gross that it was. In the interview, he got very candid about his personal life, probably too much so. He spoke about his relationship with Jessica Simpson and Jennifer Aniston, and revealed that he and Simpson had an incredibly physical relationship, and she was like a drug to him. He even spoke about his fanbase and made some strange comments about the fact that a large part of it is black women. He then went on to say he only likes to sleep with white women, in probably the worst language I have ever heard. This interview was seriously so raunchy I can't even include one single quote in this video. In at number 7, the Chainsmokers. This DJ duo did a 2016 interview with Billboard where they tried to give off the impression that they are crazy party boys, but fans just found it super cringy. In the interview, the pair wanted to make it clear that they partied hard each night and enjoyed sleeping with their groupies, even though they both had girlfriends at the time. In the interview, the men said that even before they were famous, getting girls was always their top priority. A direct quote said, like, "Why am I trying to make all this money? I wanted to hook up with hotter girls. I had to date a model." After the interview, the pair were labeled as D-bags with seriously cocky attitudes. After the backlash, the pair went on somewhat of an apology tour and tried to get the public to see that they are not bad guys, they were just joking around. Some joke. In at number 6, Paula Abdul. Paula Abdul had a great public reputation because of her role as a judge on American Idol, but that good reputation went down the pipes after this eyebrow-raising interview. In 2007, she was live on air with Fox to talk about the upcoming season of Idol, but it was derailed almost instantly. In the interview, Paula was nothing like the woman we see on Idol and honestly seemed very drunk. She was slurring her words, behaving erratically, and just acting like a basket case. Paula later denied she was drunk, and a spokesperson claimed that there was a sound issue during the segment. 2 years later, the singer failed to renew her contract with American Idol and soon disappeared into obscurity. Halfway number 5, Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston is known in the movie world for his roles as Loki and Thor, but once he started dating Taylor Swift, he was exposed to a whole other fan base that was way wilder than he could have ever expected. Shortly after the split, Tom did an interview with GQ where he was asked about the relationship, and surprisingly he answered the questions in a lot of detail. Some even thought it was maybe too much detail. He spoke about the infamous I Heart Taylor Swift shirt he wore at the beach, saying he wanted to cover up a cut, and that was the only shirt he could find. Then he spoke about the attention surrounding the relationship, saying he was totally shocked with the amount of press the relationship received. It's rumored that he even showed up to the reporter's door at 6 a.m. to clarify some things he said in the interview. He only said kind things about Taylor in the interview, but some felt he might have just been afraid of upsetting her fan base. In at number 4, Katherine Heigl. Katherine Heigl was blacklisted from Hollywood after she called out the director of the hit comedy Knocked Up. In a now infamous Vanity Fair interview from 2008, Katherine Heigl slammed director Judd Apatow and called the movie, quote, a little sexist. She went on to talk trash about her character in the film, adding, quote, it paints the woman as shrews, as humorless and uptight, and it paints the men as lovable, goofy, fun-loving guys. This incident, along with some other drama with the Grey's Anatomy production, put a huge axe in her career and forced her to apologize. Many years later, Heigl spoke to the Washington Post about being branded as difficult after the comments and blasted the idea that a different opinion made her difficult. She was blacklisted from the industry for a few years, but is back working again and has admitted her past mistakes. In at number 3, Miles Teller. Miles Teller burst onto the Hollywood scene in Damien Chazelle's 2014 Whiplash, which got plenty of critical acclaim. He even got a role in the Divergent series, which got him a lot more exposure. But his career really hit a snag because of a string of really bad interviews. In a 2014 interview with the New York Times, Teller said, quote, I feel like a lot of actors in my generation are not proper actors. I want to break out of that whole group of actors in their early 20s and really start to put stuff down that lets you know I take this seriously. He even trashed John Cusack after the reporter compared the two of them. Teller said they are similar in some ways, but quote, I don't want his career. In an interview with Esquire later in 2015, he came off even worse. In this interview, he made the writer cut his food for him and said he is better looking than the public thinks he is. The writer even scorned him in the piece, which she straight up called him a D-bag. And at number 2, Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg is one of those actors that you hope you never have to interview because he seems to make things as difficult as possible. This was the case in 2013 when he did a Univision interview with Romina Puga. Throughout the whole interview, he basically is just putting down the reporter and being pretty darn sassy. It starts when she asked a question about Morgan Freeman and just referred to him as Freeman. Eisenberg replied, quote, just Freeman like you're on a basketball team, clearly making fun of her. Then when trying to do a trick, he points out that she has a lot written on her hand, we're assuming notes for the interview. Then he starts talking about how Carrot Top is an awful comedian, then saying that she's the Carrot Top of reporters. She responded jokingly that she was gonna cry, then he told her to wait to cry till after the interview. Some think it was all just terrible flirting, but either way, it was pretty cruel. And finally, number 1, Paris Hilton. In this awkward ABC interview from 2011, the interviewer came right out of the gate asking Paris about her unimpressive TV show ratings and how she felt about the Kardashians' rise to fame. Clearly, Paris was not happy with the line of questions and still felt that she was on top, even though the ratings did not reflect this. When asked if Paris felt that Kim was overshadowing her, Paris simply said no. He also asked if her show's low ratings affected her, to which she also replied no. Then before he could even get into the third question, Paris's team stopped the interview and she walked off. At that time, it seemed like the interviewer was saying what we were all thinking, but Paris just didn't want to hear it. So that's all for the list, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this below, and let me know anybody that I missed that could be in a part 2. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I'll catch you in the next one.